we're going to talk about getting your sheep ready for the show ring. Obviously this sheep is pretty dirty because it's been muddy all over the place, but this is Annie, our yearling Southdown ewe. Michaela's got her braced up with her brisket right there, stacked up against the inside of her knee to keep her from moving forward. She needs to pull her neck up a little bit more to make an L shape with her neck and back, and she's got her hand up behind the ears to show the front of the ears. Annie's trying to chew her cud, so she's not really cooperating. She's got her legs stacked up okay. Her inside front leg is a little forward, but this is not Michaela's showmanship sheep, so she's not really used to it. But you want to make sure that you hold the sheep steady and brace them up. You want to make sure that if the judge was to walk around to the other side of you when you're showing your sheep, that you do not stay in between the judge and your sheep and then switch sides like Michaela just did, and then set it back up, because that's what the judge is going to do in the showmanship class, is check that out. The judge is going to ask you how old your sheep is in the ring. Annie is a yearling, which means she's a little over a year old, under 2 years old. If this was Michaela's showmanship sheep, she would know how many months old she is. They might ask you what you're feeding your lamb or your sheep. Annie's fed a 20% Kent show feed for lambs. Maybe your lamb is just grass-fed or eats alfalfa hay, but whatever it eats, you should know and how much, so that you can tell the judge that if they ask you. They may ask you if your animal is market or breeding. Annie's a breeding animal, Southdown ewe. Maybe you have a market animal that you're raising up for meat. But know the difference between those things. And also in the ring, you're not going to have a halter on like Annie does right now. We're out in our driveway, so obviously Michaela's got a halter on for safety. There's no fence around us. But when you're showing your sheep, you will not have that halter on. You will just have your hands on the sheep, and you'll be in a fenced-in pen. So you don't have to worry if the animal gets away from you. You don't get frustrated. You just relax and help corner it and touch it again. No big deal. Annie's getting a little squirmy because she's out by herself and my toddler's running around behind her. But Michaela's showmanship sheep is walked every day up and down the driveway about 30 times. And then we work her as a pretend show ring. And then we grain them separately so that she's real bonded with Michaela to be used to what she's doing. Okay, some things that the judge is going to be looking for in the showmanship ring is for you to have good control of your animal. They want to see you bracing your sheep up with its chest and neck right in the inside of your leg there. They want to see you kind of blend in. As an exhibitor, you want to be dressed neatly. It's black pants for this show with a light colored shirt, button down if you'd like, tucked into your pants. If your pants have belt loops, you need to have a belt on. You shouldn't be wearing flip-flops or open-toed shoes. You should be wearing, boots, work boots of some sort, Western boots, whatever you want to wear to keep your feet protected, because it hurts when you get stepped on. The judge is looking for you to know your animal, to know its age, to know details about it, what breed it is. It's going to look for you to have knowledge about its nutrition, and may ask, if it's a wool breed or a meat breed. Those are all things or dual purpose breed. Those are all things that you want to keep in mind. The judge wants to see you keeping an eye on them and keeping an eye on your sheep, not overworking your sheep, but also, watching the judge, making sure that you get nice eye contact. You're happy to be in the ring. You're positive, smiling. Yeah, that's a big thing. Smile, act like you want to be there. Don't act miserable. Remain calm and don't get frustrated with your animal. Sometimes, even though you've worked with your sheep every day and you think you've got it trained well in a different setting, it doesn't always perform like you want it to. So just keep your cool and remember it's not a machine, it's a living creature. So those are all things to keep in mind when you're in the ring. They want to see that your animal's well groomed for the Southdowns. We slick shear them, which means that they're washed and clipped right down to the skin. We leave wool on their legs from the hocks down and the poll down to their nose, but otherwise they're slicked down to nothing. Some sheep get fitted, and some sheep just get washed and fluffed if it's a wool braid. So that depends on your animal, and you can research online how they want your animal trimmed for the show ring. Just make sure hooves are trimmed, clean the ear tags off with some rubbing alcohol, and the animal's cleaned for the show is most important.